This is absolutely groundbreaking, and if you're not losing your mind over the most shocking alliance and the most dominant performance in women's wrestling history, then you clearly missed Rhea Ripley and IYO forming an unstoppable team to destroy the Kabuki Warriors at Crown Jewel 2025 in what might be the greatest women's tag team match ever witnessed. If you think this was just another match, you're completely wrong, because what I'm about to expose proves that this unlikely partnership between the Eradicator and the Genius of the Sky has created the most dangerous duo in WWE, and the brutal way they dismantled Asuka and Kairi Sane signals that nobody in the women's division is safe anymore. Comment right now if you think Rhea Ripley and IYO are the most unstoppable team in women's wrestling, because the chemistry they displayed and the violence they unleashed at Crown Jewel has everyone questioning how anyone can possibly defeat this combination of raw power and technical brilliance. This isn't just about winning a match, this is about two of WWE's most talented women joining forces and announcing to the entire roster that a new era of dominance has begun. The Kabuki Warriors just learned the hard way that legends can be dethroned. Let me break down exactly what happened at Crown Jewel, because every single moment of this match was historic and needs to be analyzed to understand the magnitude of what we just witnessed. The build-up to this match was already intense. The Kabuki Warriors have been one of the most successful women's tag teams in WWE history, with championship reigns and legendary matches defining their legacy. They seemed unstoppable, unbeatable, inevitable. But then came the announcement that sent shockwaves through the wrestling world. Rhea Ripley and IYO would be challenging them at Crown Jewel. The pairing seemed random at first. Rhea, the dominant powerhouse who intimidates everyone, and IYO, the high-flying daredevil with technical wizardry. What could these two possibly have in common? How would their styles mesh? Could they possibly work together effectively? Crown Jewel answered all those questions with a resounding yes. From the moment the match started, it was clear this wasn't just two talented wrestlers thrown together. This was a team that had studied each other's strengths and weaknesses, that had planned how to complement each other, that had formed a genuine bond built on mutual respect for each other's abilities. Here's a trivia question for the real fans: how many times has Rhea Ripley held championship gold in WWE across all brands? Drop your answer below. The match opened with Rhea and Asuka starting, and the intensity was immediate. These two have history, battles that have defined both their careers, and you could feel the mutual respect mixed with genuine competitive hatred. Rhea used her size and power advantage, throwing Asuka around the ring with devastating force. Every strike from Rhea sounded like thunder, every slam shook the ring. But Asuka is a legend for a reason. She weathered Rhea's initial assault and started targeting Rhea's legs with precision strikes, trying to take away the Eradicator's vertical base and power advantage. The technical prowess Asuka displayed was masterful, showing why she's considered one of the greatest women's wrestlers of all time. That's when IYO made her entrance into the match, and the crowd erupted. IYO brought a completely different energy, speed, agility, aerial attacks that Asuka couldn't anticipate because they were so different from Rhea's power-based offense. The contrast in styles was perfect. Whenever an opponent adapted to one style, they'd tag and bring in a completely different challenge. Drop a comment: did you expect Rhea Ripley and IYO chemistry to be this good, or were you surprised by how well they worked together? Let me know. The turning point came about 15 minutes into the match when Kairi Sane tagged in against IYO. The crowd was electric for this confrontation. Two Japanese wrestling legends, two women who've revolutionized what's possible in women's wrestling, facing off on WWE's biggest international stage. The respect between them was visible, but so was the determination to prove who was superior. IYO and Kairi put on an absolute clinic. High-flying moves, technical exchanges, near falls that had the crowd on their feet. But here's where Rhea and IYO's teamwork proved superior. They had studied the Kabuki Warriors' double-team tactics, their signature combinations, their go-to strategies when matches got desperate. Every time Asuka and Kairi tried something they'd done successfully dozens of times before, Rhea and IYO had a counter ready. The final sequence was breathtaking in its execution. IYO hit Kairi with her moonsault, but Asuka broke up the pin at the last second. Rhea entered the ring to confront Asuka, and what followed was chaos. All four women in the ring, the referee losing control, the action becoming frantic and intense. Bodies were flying everywhere, strikes were connecting from all angles, and the crowd was losing their minds. Then came the defining moment that will be replayed for years. Rhea hit the RipTide on Asuka, sending the Empress crashing to the outside of the ring. With Asuka temporarily eliminated, IYO climbed to the top rope while Rhea held Kairi in perfect position. IYO launched herself with perfect precision, hitting her devastating finishing maneuver. Rhea and IYO both covered Kairi, a symbolic gesture showing their unity, and the referee counted 1, 2, 3. Quick question: what is IYO's finishing move called? Show me you know your Genius of the Sky knowledge. The victory celebration was emotional and powerful. Rhea and IYO embraced in the center of the ring, both women showing genuine respect and appreciation for each other. This wasn't a reluctant partnership or a temporary alliance. This felt like the beginning of something legendary. Two of WWE's most talented women had found the perfect partner in each other, and they had just announced their arrival as a dominant force by defeating one of the greatest teams in women's wrestling history. The Kabuki Warriors' reaction was telling. Asuka and Kairi showed respect to their conquerors, but you could see the devastation in their eyes. They had been dominant for so long, had overcome every challenge, had seemingly secured their legacy. And then Rhea and IYO came along and proved that no legacy is safe, no team is unbeatable, no dominance is permanent. The immediate aftermath was electric. Social media exploded with reactions. Wrestling fans were praising the match quality, the storytelling, and the star-making performance from both teams. Hashtag Ripley And IYO was trending worldwide within minutes. Clips from the match were getting millions of views. This was a moment that transcended just wrestling fans, it was creating mainstream buzz. Tell me in the comments, do you think Rhea Ripley and IYO Sky should challenge for the Women's Tag Team Championships next, or should they pursue singles gold? What's your booking preference? The implications for WWE's women's division are massive. Rhea and IYO forming this partnership creates a new power structure in the division. They're not just another team, they're a dominant force that every other team and every singles competitor has to account for. Their combination of styles makes them unpredictable and incredibly difficult to prepare for. For the Kabuki Warriors, this loss raises questions about their future. Do they pursue a rematch? Do they acknowledge that they've been surpassed? Do Asuka and Kairi go their separate ways and focus on singles competition? The uncertainty creates compelling storytelling possibilities that could play out over months. The championship implications are obvious. Whether it's the Women's Tag Team Championships or individual titles, Rhea and IYO are now positioned as top contenders for any gold in WWE's women's division. Their crown jewel victory gives them the credibility and momentum to challenge for championships immediately. The chemistry between Rhea and IYO is what makes this partnership so special. They're not just two talented wrestlers thrown together, they genuinely complement each other perfectly. Rhea's power covers for IYO's occasional vulnerability to power-based opponents. IYO's speed and technical skill give Rhea options she doesn't have when working alone. Together, they're more than the sum of their parts. The storytelling during the match was masterful. Every near fall felt earned. Every big move had impact. Every tag was strategic. WWE's women's division has been incredible for years now, but this match at Crown Jewel might have just raised the bar again for what's possible when you give talented women time and a platform to showcase their abilities. What's your honest opinion? Is this the greatest women's tag team match in WWE history, or can you think of one better? Be real with me in the comments. The international significance of this happening at Crown Jewel cannot be overstated. Saudi Arabia has become WWE's stage for their biggest moments, and delivering a women's match of this quality on such a prominent show demonstrates WWE's commitment to women's wrestling being equal to men's wrestling in terms of importance and presentation. The fan reaction in the arena was incredible. The Crown Jewel crowd was loud, passionate, and completely invested in every moment of the match. The respect shown to all four women after the match was beautiful. Regardless of who people were cheering for, everyone acknowledged that they just witnessed something special. The potential feuds coming from this are endless. Do Rhea and IYO defend their status against other established teams? Do they face newly formed teams created specifically to challenge them? Do individual wrestlers team up temporarily just to try to take down this dominant duo? Every direction creates interesting possibilities. The character development for both women is fascinating. Rhea has been primarily a singles competitor focused on domination and intimidation. IYO has been part of various groups but always searching for the right partnership. Together, they found something that makes them better, a partnership based on mutual respect and complementary abilities rather than dominance or submission. The comparison to legendary tag teams is inevitable. Are Rhea and IYO the women's division's equivalent to the Brothers of Destruction? Are they comparable to D-Generation X? Where do they rank among WWE's all-time great teams already? It's too early to say definitively, but the potential is there for them to become truly legendary. Here's a strategic question: if you could book Rhea and IYO's first title defense, who should challenge them? Give me your dream matchup. The technical wrestling on display was world-class. All four women demonstrated why they're considered among the best in the business. The strike exchanges were stiff and realistic. The high-flying moves were spectacular and precise. The power moves were devastating. This was complete wrestling showcasing every style and technique. The emotional investment was real. Fans care about these women and their stories. Seeing Rhea and IYO succeed felt earned because we've watched their individual journeys for years. Seeing the Kabuki Warriors fall felt significant because of their legendary status. The emotional resonance made the match matter beyond just the physical competition. The production value was top tier. The camera work captured every important moment. The commentary sold the significance perfectly. The post-match celebration was given proper time to breathe and feel important. WWE treated this match with the respect it deserved, and the result was something truly special. The merchandise opportunities are massive. Rhea and IYO partnership shirts, commemorative items from Crown Jewel, action figure 2-packs, WWE's merchandising team should be capitalizing on the momentum and creating products that fans will want to buy to celebrate this new team. One final question: what should Rhea Ripley and IYO SKY's team name be? Should they have an official name, or just be Rhea and IYO? Drop your creative suggestions. The legacy implications are profound. This match and this partnership could define both women's careers going forward. Years from now, when discussing Rhea's greatest accomplishments or IYO's most important moments, this crown jewel victory will be mentioned. That's the mark of truly significant storytelling. Now I want to hear from you, the Wrestling Newsletter family. Tell me in the comments, did this match meet or exceed your expectations? Are you excited about Rhea and IYO as a long-term team? Should the Kabuki Warriors get a rematch? What championships should Rhea and IYO pursue next? Is this the best women's match of 2025 so far? Who can realistically defeat this team? Smash that like button if Rhea Ripley and IYO SKY's victory made you proud of women's wrestling. Destroy that like button if you want to see more of this incredible partnership. We need maximum engagement. Subscribe to Wrestling Newsletter because we're covering every moment of Rhea and IYO's journey as they dominate WWE's women's division. Share this video with every wrestling fan because Rhea Ripley and IYO SKY defeating the Kabuki Warriors at Crown Jewel 2025 is a historic moment that everyone needs to witness. A new force has emerged. The Kabuki Warriors have been dethroned. Rhea Ripley and IYO SKY are unstoppable. The women's division will never be the same. This is the kind of moment that reminds us why we love wrestling, when talent, chemistry, and opportunity combine to create something truly legendary. Crown Jewel delivered magic, and we all witnessed history/parameter.